Hey there, Gemini. Welcome, welcome. You're not here by accident. This message was meant to find you. Today we're doing timeless readings, so this message will reach you at the right time because the Spirit knows when to give you this message. So let's take a look what has, what messages Spirit has for you. All right, Gemini, let's dive in. Let's take a look. And we have the first card, the King of Pentacles. Right off the bat, financial abundance, stability. You are financially secure, and success flows to you easily and naturally. The King of Pentacles is suggesting that you are in a position of you are in a very good financial position at the moment. You have everything you need. You have achieved a financial success through your hard work and your wise investments, and you're able to provide the security and stability for yourself and the others around you. This is a card of abundance, prosperity, security. Great card to pull out. So, Spirit wants you to know that you are financially secured with this one. And then we have the Six of Wands. Your efforts are being recognized. You may have been promoted recently, or you will be promoted pretty soon. As we speak, maybe it's in the talks. You may have been expecting for yourself to be promoted, and this is a confirmation from the Spirit letting you know that your hard work is being paid off. Maybe you're moving on to a leadership role with the Six of Wands. It's a victory card, so rest assured you are winning. And then we have the Page of Swords. You may have a new idea and you are ready to take action. You may have a new perspective. This shift is obvious with the Six of Wands here. So I know when you change roles, move on to a next level, step up the ladder, your perspective will change. You won't see the things the way you used to, right? And there's a growth in your intellectual level. You're more curious and you're exploring new ways and ideas, and you are expanding your knowledge with this growth. Let's see what else we have here. The Hierophant. So for this new role, maybe you are probably in training, or you might be seeking guidance from mentors of you may be seeking guidance for how to sustain this growth, the way this two men sitting in front of the knowledgeable Hierophant seeking knowledge. ways to succeed, traditional values of how this role is, what your role is, and what are the traditions that comes with this role, the values, the traditional value of this role that you've been moving on to. So you're seeking that guidance, is what I'm seeing here. So be open to learning, is what the spirit is saying. Don't be afraid of asking for help. Ask for things you don't know, and the guidance will be there. Ask and you shall receive. Moving on, the devil. So this could be you in a situation where you might be attracted to unhealthy attachments, habits, and spirit is asking you to be aware of the devil's energy, as this is clarifying the King of Pentacles, which is a card of financial stability, abundance. So spirit is warning you that if you indulge yourself in any kind of unhealthy attachments, then you know what happens, right? So you might be tempted and drawn toward something that's unhealthy, toxic, maybe a relationship. But you need to know that that's the choice you will either make, to go for it or to reject the opportunity of the devil energy consuming you. And then we have the King of Cups. And with this, the spirit is basically asking you to be compassionate. And with this success, you need to stand your ground and be in the energy of the King of Cups the way he is, like even floating on the water. It doesn't affect his position. So you are, with this level up, in a you are in a vulnerable position, and spirit is warning you, that is guiding you to be in the King of Cups energy in order to sustain the success that's come with this position here, with the six of wands, the victory. To sustain this victory, you need to be like the King of Cups, emotionally intelligent, compassionate. You need to be in control of your emotions, and you should be able to navigate difficult situations with grace and wisdom. And that's what the Hierophant here is asking us to be open, in order for you to ask for help, for knowledge, to see what is traditionally done in situations. So for this new role that you've achieved, congratulations on that. But the spirit is saying that you also need to be careful not to indulge in the devil's energy, and instead there will be situations, and instead of this devil's energy, you need to be in the energy of the King of Cups to sustain this success and be emotionally intelligent and navigate those situations with maturity and, yeah, with wisdom. There is help available. So this may also be saying that don't be afraid to idolize someone and ask someone to be your mentor, and they should be able to guide you in the right direction. This person might be having the best of your interests at their heart. and they will also give you the right advice of how to navigate through situations, because you haven't been in this role before. You will encounter situations that you don't know how to how to navigate them. I know with leveling up there comes pressure. The bosses, if you're working a job, the bosses would ask you to give you reports that you've never heard about. You don't know where to get them from, and some things you don't know because you haven't been in this role. And some people, they like to bully new leaders, right? Because they have been in that situation and they want to know if you are good enough. But here's the thing: some people might also be aggressive with their ego. So if you be blunt enough and try to show them that you're smart because you know the answers, they might take it otherwise, and you might not stand in their good books, right? And this person could guide you exactly the way you should behave, what's a traditional value, and probably ask you to let them take their satisfaction of humiliating you, right? And it's only a matter of satisfying their ego, because in the end, they're the boss and they've got the license. Don't want to go too far on this, but I hope you got the context of what I'm trying to say. So, King of Cups here, going back to that, is emotionally intelligent. So he knows how to behave in certain situations. And you being new to this whole league might not know how to put things across the table. And this person that you're seeking guidance from, your mentor, could show you exactly the way you should navigate through situations, like an example that I just gave you, right? Could be anything. I'm just trying to relate the context here of what I mean by asking and seeking for guidance, and the whole example thing of a person, an individual working a job at a maybe a corporate company, right? So you could relate that with your situation and see how it fits in yours. And I hope you get the context of what I'm trying to say here. Moving on, let's take a look here. We have the Seven of Wands, clarifying the Page of Swords. And what I'm getting with this is that, with this, as I mentioned before, I'm going to take the same example here with you being, or some of you working at a corporate, um, in a new role. You're enthusiastic and you have new ideas, your perspective of, you have your own perspective, right? And you're curious to bring forward your ideas in front of the management, maybe, or the bosses, right? Depends on the kind of jobs that you're working. But what I'm trying to say here is that with this idea, I'm getting that you're defending your position. Like, you're trying to show that what's your worth. And Spirit is asking you, it's good to be curious, and but keep it to yourself. With the King of Cups here, like, we just learned that there are situations that you will go through in which you might not know how to behave. Like, don't quote me for the word that I'm using, behave. I'm trying to say is that, react is the right word. Maybe certain situations, I don't know, you might not know how to react, and you're enthusiastic. That's great. It's a new role. You are trying to prove your worth, and you're all charged up, ready to take action, show your, put forward your ideas. But Spirit is asking you to slow down, because in the end, you will then have to defend your position. So think it through, explore the idea that you might want to discuss across the table, put it in front of the management. So explore, see how feasible it is instead of just putting it out, because it will not have that impact if you haven't done the groundwork. Think about when you put forward an idea, what could come back to you as repercussions, like the questions that they may have, the other person might have to ask you, or the rebuttals that the other person might give you, and then it turns out that you're just defending yourself. So the spirit is asking you that it's good to be curious, but slow down. It's great that you're ready to take action, but before you do that, explore the idea that you have, expand your knowledge, understand of have an understanding of, once you put this idea forward, what could come back to you as, what questions you might be asked, what you might be asked to do, and so on and so forth, right? And you are basically defending your position here. So I'm also getting that there might be challenges that you're facing with the idea that you may have, maybe to make it a reality. There are challenges, and you're still defending your ideas and ambitions. You're resilient. You're not just ready to give up on the idea of yours. And basically, it's just your idea here is saying that you strongly believe in that and you're standing up for it, which is great. Okay. And the Two of Swords, clarifying the Hierophant. Interesting. So, what I'm also getting with the Two of Swords here is that there is indecision. You are stuck in a situation to make a decision, but you can't decide. And when this card shows up, what it tells me is that you need to weigh your uh, options. You need more information before making a decision. So the Hierophant here is showed up because the spirit is asking you, when you find yourself in this situation of not being able to decide and you need to weigh your options to make a decision, when you're feeling stuck between two difficult choices, you need to gather more information, then you could always turn to this person with higher power, seeking knowledge, seeking advice. So spirit is asking you, when you find yourself in this situation, go find a subject matter expert. In your case, find a Hierophant, your Hierophant, and do the groundwork. Gather more information about both decisions that you might take. Gather more information on both the aspects or both the subjects, and then take advice and do whatever is traditional. Go with a traditional choice. Seek advice. Maybe make a safer choice, is what it's been telling us. So, this is what I've been getting here, and the Spirit wants you to know that this is like a daily routine, and you need to be making sure that you are in the energy of this King of Cups in order to overcome any challenges that we saw here. Difficult choices, seek information, gather information, seek advice, protecting your values, your beliefs, protecting something that you believe in. And this will all be possible only if you are in the energy of the King of Cups. Because the King of Cups is a leader with emotional intelligence and compassion. So acknowledge the situation that you've given and then work through the situation with the energy of King of Cups. Seek guidance, gather more information, and move forward. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Gemini, on this reading. And yeah, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, and please, please, please subscribe. I'm trying to build a community here so that I can bring you aligned messages from the spirit to keep you aligned in your path. And in order for these videos to reach the majority of the audience, I ask for your support, and I appreciate your presence here today. Until next time, I'll see you all, Gemini. Bye.